Are you alleging that the mayor's office directed the city attorney on their opinion?
I'm not alleging that. It's something that is possible, and we don't know the answer.
So you're not alleging the city attorney is shaping their legal opinion by direction of the mayor, which is what you just alluded to.
It's a possibility.
It's a pretty serious allegation.
Tense moments between two Duluth City councilors after Councilor Wendy Derwachter alleged Duluth Mayor Roger Reitert had something to do with missing signatures from petitions regarding the future of Lester Park Golf Course. Good evening, I'm Dan Wolf.
And I'm Laura Lee. Thanks for joining us. The future of the controversial Lester Park Golf Course was the focus of a special Duluth City Council meeting tonight.
And now the city is named in a lawsuit regarding it. The lawsuit stems from two petitions circulating, aiming to put the future of Lester to a vote on the November ballot. At tonight's City Council held a special meeting regarding two resolutions. One brought forth by Councilor Jordan Johnson would have state law override two separate petitions to place the decision about Lester Park on the ballot. The second resolution, brought forth by Councilor Wendy Derwachter, would allow the issue to go to voters on a ballot in November. Tonight, councilors voted to allow public comments. One speaker, Michael Bernstein, who organized the petitions, filed a lawsuit against the city of Duluth, the city council, and the city clerk, saying signatures were left out to prevent a public vote.
No council, as far as I know, has done what you're trying to do tonight. None. Think about that.
However, some city councilors say the ballot question is not in accordance with state law. During the meeting, several council members asked the city attorney for clarification on the law. At one point, the city administrator addressed the council against the claims that she and the city attorney were taking orders from the mayor on this issue.
Our city attorney staff are non-political positions. You can say that they're appointed by the attorney. You are correct, as am I. To say that I take all of my marching orders from the mayor is incorrect. So I take offense to the fact that you're alleging that that is a possibility.
Colleen went on to say both offices have professional and ethical responsibilities and standards that they operate under. And again, she says she took offense to that allegation. Now, the two resolutions were tabled until their meeting on Monday.
Councilors then went into a closed meeting. We will continue to follow the story and bring you developments when we learn more.
This is the second straight night we've reported on the council and community debate over Lester Park. You can find all of our previous coverage by using the Northern News Now app.